Good morning, dear students. My name is Nirman Shirangi and I'm your English faculty. Today, I invite you all for the assembly. And before we start with the topic, I want you all to stand up for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Alright, so what is today's topic? Our today's topic is on Suvarnadurg. That means Golden Fort. Okay. Now, sometimes we might spell this Suvarnadurg in English as Savarnadurg. That is Severnadorg, and sometimes it can also be called as Savandurg. Is a fort that is located between Mumbai and Goa in the Arabian Sea near Harnai in Konkan along the west coast of India in the Indian state of Maharashtra. The fort also includes the small land fort called Kanakadurg. So the fort is on the island in the Arabian Sea along the west coast of Ratnagiri district of the Kanakadurga fort and below the headland of Harnai port. Now if we discuss about the site history of Suvarnadurga fort, so this fort was built around 17th century and it was built by Adil Shahi first and later by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Now the battles or the wars that were fought on this fort were Marathas, Angrias and the British, right? So there are certain other events that had occurred on this fort and the battles for the fort in 1755 and 1818. So if we discuss about the history of this fort, so you'll come to know that this fort was captured by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in 1660 by defeating Ali Adil Shah II Kanhoji Angre, popularly known as Samudratala Shivaji, alright, and was the Kohli Admiral of Maratha Navy in 1696. Kanhoji's naval fleet was stationed here. However, the fort was formally handed over to Kanhoji in 1713 by Shahu Raja. So let's talk about this structure of Suvarnadurg. This Suvarnadurg is located on a rocky island in the Arabian Sea on the west coast of Maharashtra. It is spread over an area of 8 acres, that is nearly about 3.2 hectares, and is about 1 mile, that is 1.6 kilometer from the mainland. As in common in other similar forts, it is enriched by a dry moat. It tapers towards the southern direction from where the Kanakadurga fort is clearly visible. The walls have been mostly cut off the rock exposures on the islands. So this was about the structure of Suvarnadurga fort. However, some parts of the fort walls are built with the large stone blocks of 10 to 12 feet, that is 3.0 to 3.7 mm square. It has two entrances or the gates, known as Maha Darwaja, that is big gate, also called the postern wall, above the high tide level on the east and Chor Darwaja on the west. The former gate faces the land and the latter faces the sea. The fort comes into sight only at very close quarters. The fort can be approached only during the low tide condition, when it is also easier to walk in the presence of the fort. The present entry from the main east gate is blocked by thorny bushes but can be accessed from a narrow entry, locally known as the Dev Dis. At the main entry, carvings of a Hanuman carved on the wall and a carved turtle on one of the leading steps are seen. The sea gate depicts carved figures of a tiger eagle and elephants. The fort is fortified with many bastions, which also have small built-in rooms. The central part of the fort has two granaries and a decrepit building. From the Chor Darwaja, steps lead to the fort. The locations of the old palaces in the fort area are inferred from the large number of foundation plinth seen in the fort sea. A stone building in the fort precincts has been identified as ammunition magazine. 15 gold guns have also been located in the fort. So, this is all about the structure of Suvarnadurga fort. Now, moving ahead with the climatic condition, let's see what is the climate over there at Suvarnadurga fort. The general climate on the west coast, which is where Suvarnadurga is situated, could be categorized as hot and humid, as it is situated on the west side of Maharashtra. The temperature may vary from a maximum of 38 degrees Celsius in summer to the lowest temperature of 24 degrees Celsius in a winter. Southern west monsoon controls the precipitation on the west coast, which lasts from June to September, and rainfall is in the range of 140 to 170 centimeters. So this is all about the climatic condition at Suvarnadurga fort. So my dear students, in this way we have discussed about the meaning of this word Suvarna, how did it come from, and not only this, we have also discussed about the historical originations, the dynasty in that fort. Apart from this, we have discussed about the climatic condition and the overall structure of this fort. Now, I would like all of you to visit at this place at least once in your lifetime, so that you can also understand about its beauty, its elegancy, and you could better understand it very clear when you can face it clearly in front of you. Okay, so I would like to conclude with my topic over here. Thank you all.
स्टूडेंट, आज हम जो योगा करने वाले हैं उसका नाम है पद्मासन. फर्स्ट यू गो डाउन, सिट डाउन, स्ट्रेच योर लेग, ओरिजिनल पोजीशन आपको ऐसे बैठना है। देन क्लोज योर लेफ्ट लेग स्लोली स्लोली, देन राइट लेग, sit straight like that. Okay, hand on your knees, knees पर आपको हैंड रखना है और बैकबोन स्ट्रेट स्ट्रेट बैठना है। देन रिलैक्स slowly slowly. Okay, now stand up. स्टूडेंट, आज हम जो अभी आसन करने वाले हैं उसका नाम है पर्वतासन, सीटिंग पर्वतासन। सो पहले हमें नीचे बैठना है, स्ट्रेच योर लेग ऐसे, दिस इज योर ओरिजिनल पोजीशन, ऐसे बैठना है। देन स्लोली हम अपने लेग को क्लोज करेंगे, देन स्लोली हैंड्स अप, आपको हैंड को ऐसे रखना है। ओके, देन अप, रिलैक्स, ओपन योर लेग्स,